Welcome to Critical Thinking for Life Coaches. If you've ever wondered what separates good coaches from truly exceptional ones, you're about to discover one of the most powerful tools in coaching that isn't talked about nearly enough. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a client who was completely convinced of something about themselves that you could clearly see wasn't true? Maybe they believed they were always failing at relationships despite having several healthy ones in their past. Or perhaps they were certain they aren't creative, when you can see their creativity shining through in their drawing and in their writing. What about a client who was absolutely certain about what they needed to do next, but something about their plan just didn't add up? These are the moments where critical thinking makes all the difference in your coaching. Critical thinking isn't about being critical in the usual sense of your clients. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's about developing the ability to examine beliefs, claims, and evidence from multiple angles, to look beyond the surface and help your clients see possibilities they've been blind to. Formally, it's an objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment or decision. Think of it as your superpower for cutting through the emotional and irrational stories your clients tell themselves that keep them stuck. When you develop strong critical thinking skills as a coach, you'll be able to identify limiting beliefs your clients don't even realize they have. Instead of just working with the goals they bring you, you'll help them uncover the hidden assumptions that have been holding them back for years. For example, when a client says, "I need to get another certification before I can raise my rates," instead of just helping them find certification programs, which is just information, you'll help them examine whether that belief is actually true. This alone can save your client months or even years of unnecessary detours. You'll also develop the ability to ask questions that create genuine breakthroughs. Not just good questions, but precisely the right questions that help your client see their situation with fresh eyes. Many coaches rely on standardized, powerful questions, but when you apply critical thinking, your questions become tailored specifically to the patterns that you see in your client's thinking. You'll know exactly where to shine the light to help them see what they've been missing. Perhaps most importantly, critical thinking will help you create custom tailored approaches for each client instead of using a one-size-fits-all formula. You'll develop the confidence to move beyond coaching templates and truly meet each client where they are with exactly what they need in the moment. This is how you become the coach that clients rave about to everyone they know. In this course, we'll break down critical thinking into 6 practical lessons, each designed specifically for coaches like you. First, we're going to explore what critical thinking looks like in a coaching context and how it differs from everyday thinking. Next, we'll learn how to read client situations with a critical eye, going beyond what clients say to understand what's really happening. In a third lesson, we'll tackle how to evaluate arguments and beliefs that clients bring to your sessions. Then we'll develop your critical voice, how to share your insights in ways that create openness rather than defensiveness. In the 5th lesson, we'll look at how you apply critical thinking in group coaching sessions, where multiple perspectives create both challenges and rich opportunities for discussion. Finally, we'll focus on becoming an independent critical thinker in your own practice, developing your unique approach rather than just following coaching formulas. When I first started coaching, I had a client who was convinced she needed to leave her job to find fulfillment. She came to me specifically to help with this transition. But as I applied critical thinking to her situation, asking questions about her evidence and assumptions, we discovered that the real issue wasn't the job itself, but 2 specific relationships at work and with her own personal boundaries. By addressing those specific issues rather than making a major career change, she found renewed passion for her work and eventually received a promotion that she would have missed entirely had she left. This wasn't just a small win, it completely changed the trajectory of her career and financial future. That's the power of bringing critical thinking to your coaching conversations. Each lesson includes practical examples and exercises you can immediately apply with your clients. By the end, you'll have a toolkit of critical thinking approaches that will set you apart as a coach who creates genuine, lasting change. Good luck, everyone. Cheers.